Being vulnerable. What does being vulnerable mean? I'm not gonna change the meaning. Vulnerable means to be open to harm or hurt. But for us to be open to harm or hurt, we also have to be open to growth and change. And I feel like that's the part that a lot of us miss out on. You know, I feel like we've been taught and trained to live with our guard up because we don't want nothing else getting in. We don't want nothing else hurting us. But if we all got our guard up, we never letting anything out. Guard up, nothing can come in, nothing can come out. And it's just like, if you always live with your guard up, how could you ever be on the attack? You know, how could you ever be on the move? You know, if you always got your guard up, that means you're just keep on taking hits, hits, hits. But because your guard up, they don't hurt as much. But you're not the one doing the hitting. And there's no way to live. It took me a long time to realize that I wasn't letting nothing out. I just kept on taking hits, but not letting it be known, not letting it be seen because I thought that's what strength meant. I thought that's what being strong meant, not letting anybody see when you hurt. But I was hurt. I was keep on getting hurt. And it doesn't make it any better that people don't see it. If I see it, if I feel it, instead of you hurting me, I've been hurting myself. No, it's, I mean, yes, it's harder for thoughts and people's words, what they say about me to affect me now. But a lot of the things that have hurt me are already implanted in me. So if I don't let those things out, then nothing matters. What does new hurt do if old hurt is already in me? What does new hurt do if old hurt is in me? Being vulnerable is a scary thing. It's a courageous thing. I had to be vulnerable today. I had a friend that we haven't really been talking, and like it's been me doing most of the texting. So I was like, did I do something wrong? And like a lot of times, what I do, and I don't know if you do it too, I kind of make scenarios in my head. So I was like, oh, I know she just got into a relationship, and maybe she had to like cut me off because of the relationship, but it was really affecting me. But because like I didn't want to look stupid, look like weird, like I already see that you haven't really been texting me back. I was contemplating on if I should let her know how I feel, and I just had so many thoughts like you're just supposed to be the friend anyway, and like that's how I feel like just our friend. But it's just like why does it hurt so much? So I had opened up our chat and I was going back and forth. Should I say something? Should I not? Like how should I say it? Maybe you should just check up on the. But I ended up saying like a 3 minute voice message about like I really hope that you're okay, like, and I'm apologize if I did something because it really was affecting me, like really really affected me, God. So I let it out. I told her I had to be strong. I had to really be strong to let a friend know how they was hurting me, and it turned out great. Like she cleared up everything, and she she apologized, and I told her like it was okay. I understood because everybody has those moments, but I was letting a thought take over without me even knowing, and I think that's what having your guard up and being invulnerable means. It means you being okay with not knowing, or you being okay without letting your feelings show. That's not strong. I let I let my feelings be known to her, and I got the answer I needed to hear. So now we all good, and now that thought is no longer in me. I was able to let that thought out instead of having that thought in, keeping it in. Now imagine if I would have just kept on going, trying to be cool about it, and the whole time it was beating me up, and I kept on letting this thought just carry on day in, day out. So be vulnerable, is is really a choice. It's a choice saying that we're gonna give ourselves a chance and an opportunity to grow, change, heal. When we accept that guard up mentality, we're accepting defeat, or we're accepting, okay, this is as good as it's going to get. Being vulnerable is taking a risk, saying, yes, I might get hurt again, but I've been hurt, so I know I can take the hurt. But I'm giving myself a chance to grow. And that's all that is. That's all vulnerability really is to me. You giving yourself a chance to let it out. And like, to tell another short story, I was with a woman for a long time and she thought I didn't care. She thought I didn't care until she seen me cry. The day she seen me cry, she never questioned how much I cared, because it's so rare to see a man cry. When I let those tears out, I was vulnerable. I was at my most open state. Not my weakest, but my most open state. I didn't hold nothing back. It was no longer my words. It was my actions showing how much I cared. And that's one of the biggest things we could do. Show how much you care. That's about everything. That's everything. If you show how much you care, that's what being vulnerable is. I'm not a robot. I'm not a robot. So why would I live life like a robot? No, I'm a human with emotions. Um, yes, like you may be perceived as weak, but I promise you, it's some of the strongest things you can do. And like I said, when you let these thoughts out, it's like you're saying, I can't be hurt by it no more. When I sent out that voice message, I was like, I refuse to let this hurt me anymore, because I told the person exactly how I felt. And whatever happens after that, that happens, you know. I allow it to escape my mind. Like I said, we so focused on having our guard up and things about not being hurt no more, but we already have hurt inside us. So that doesn't matter. New hurt doesn't matter when you already got old hurt sitting inside you. It's like a prison, you know, it's like a prison. Nothing's coming in and nothing's coming out. Can't live like that. Like I said, we so stuck on the I don't want nothing to harm me. I don't want nothing else to hurt me. But we're not allowing ourselves to grow or change anymore. And that's the biggest part about life. If you're not happy with who you are right now, you have to be vulnerable. If you're not able to be vulnerable, you're not able to change. The person I am right now is not the person that future needs. So I had to take that risk. I feel better now, you know. I still have a lot of work to do. I'm not gonna just say I'm this all out vulnerable person. I still wanna look strong. And I think a lot of that is image. You know, a lot of my friends, they come to me for their problems. So it's like, what am I to have problems too? It sounds crazy, like, okay, y'all friends, like y'all should be able to talk, but I never want to look like I needed help too. And I'm human, I do. I'm so human. I have a lot of unanswered questions that I'm just finally realizing it's okay to ask them. You know, so be vulnerable. Thank you.